You know what's so crazy? Me and my girl like to go to like haunted mazes and stuff, and I rarely get scared.
You mean at the grocery store? During the pandemic? Oh my God, everything's empty.
Oh my God, there's no food. But I rarely get scared, but there was one incident that I got scared. It was fucking John Cena.
Dude, you can't even see him, bro.
No. The dude fucking screamed John Cena. I was like, holy fuck.
What?
I was so mesmerized by this laser and like the fog. I was like, oh shit, I'm in a tunnel. And then fucking dude just came up to my face and said, John Cena. I was like, oh shit.
At a maze?
Yeah. It was
all right, enough of that story, bro.
not scary. What?
Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of On a Mental Note, a coffee table style podcast where we discuss how to change, grow, and evolve your mind, body, and soul. On today's podcast, Jeff and I will be discussing stress, how to deal with it,
How to
control it. So pull up a chair, take some mental notes, and join us for another episode of On a Mental Note.
You have extra.
Bro.
You went too fast, bro.
Too fast.
Hey, there you go.
I gotta slow down my talking.
Yeah, man, you slow it
Okay,
down,
back to your
bruh.
story about John Cena.
Yeah, I got mesmerized by the laser and the fog.
Oh, I thought maybe you were gonna say by the Levi jean shorts the guy was wearing.
No, it was a Knott's Berry, and I was like, oh shit. Yeah,
I don't know if I've ever. I think I've been there once, but I don't get scared.
Yeah,
Are you you get scared?
not really. Yeah,
Some people get scared.
it's funny because like I don't really like watching scary movies because it's like more of comedy to me than a scary movie. I want to get scared, but
Dude, there's some movies that are scary as shit though.
Yeah, there are, but see, the problem is like I watched a scary movie with my mom one time, and she's very logical, and she's like, "How'd the camera get there?" And now every time I watch a fucking scary movie, I always see the camera guys going into someone's face or.
Why your mom gotta ruin it?
I know.
It's a movie.
Yeah, exactly. But she's like, she likes to talk during the movie, and
I would just tell it was a drone, mom.
Yeah, I don't. This was back in the 90s, so she's like, "Oh, how'd the camera get there?"
It was
Why is
somebody.
he
It was
scared?
somebody's Arlo, and it's super focused.
Yep.
Yeah.
But yeah, stress.
Man, you got some notes on
Fuck.
there already?
Yeah,
Fuck,
dude.
bro.
I'm old school. I like it old school.
How many notes you got?
I'm a fucking millennial, but I like it old school.
You do? You deal with a lot of stress? Do you handle a lot of stress?
Yeah.
Like
Life is stress, bruh.
life is stressful. I think so.
Yeah. Just living itself is stressful.
Do you think some people just internalize it different than others?
I think so.
Yeah.
Like some people are stronger than others. Some people handle it different. You know,
What do you do for stress? Is there something you do?
fucking work out, bro?
Yeah, I know. I feel the same. I feel like I think we go through stress every day, so I try to work out or do something physical every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it helps out with the mind. And for me, I always look at it in a metaphysical aspect where stress...
Why you gotta roll your eyes like that, bro?
I don't know,
Some
man.
fucking lies come in.
fucking...
I do some metaphysical and I get my crystals.
Let's get... Hey, I have crystals, bro.
Dude,
Whatever
if
helps.
you have crystals, bro, you gotta bring them.
Yeah, I can bring some.
No,
I got
don't
some. I got some quartz crystal. But yeah, I always go into a point where like stress, especially emotional or whatever stress, it's a form of energy, and if you just keep it inside, it just builds up. So you gotta exert that energy somewhere. The majority of the time in the past, based upon what I have done before, is that I used to internalize everything.
Now you just high five yourself in the mirror.
Fuck yeah, I high five.
You can.
You can do it. But I used to like hold on to it, and majority of the time, people around me who are close to me are the ones who get hurt because I internalize those emotions.
What does that mean? Who gets hurt, bro? You're not hurting nobody,
Like
bro.
I say some hurtful stuff. Words can be hurtful. It's like daggers, bro.
What a
dick, bro. Yeah. Sometimes I say some stuff or like I
the
bring
worst
up-
kind of Saipanian.
They're not called Saipanian, bro.
What?
They're called Chamorros, bro.
Are they really?
Yeah.
Is that what it is?
Yeah. The
Why?
locals are called. I don't know.
Because they like chamoy on their like.
Oh no, we do. I never knew anything
you
about
should-
chamoy until I came here to California.
Wait, they're not called chamoy, are they? No,
Chamorro.
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 I'm not even gonna lie. In all my years here in life, I just tried chamoy like within the last year.
Are you serious?
Yeah,
What?
because I would go get fruit and I don't want none of that shit on my fruit. Hey, no, I just want the fruit.
Oh no.
You know, you go get fruit,
That is
they're
so
like fucking
crazy.
salt, lemon, chamoy, pepper, onions,
Fuck, you
garlic.
Dip that shit in tahini and shit.
Bro, but I always say leave it to Latin people. We take something healthy and fucking ruin it. No kidding. I'll give you two examples of the fucking fruit people. Right? I give you three. The fruit people. They put salt, lemon, pepper, all kinds of shit. Just ruin that fruit. Right? Now you just got a bunch of like activated glands in your mouth that want more salt.
Oh, here you
Okay?
go again. Fucking here's your
Yeah.
fucking scientific
You
side.
fucking Latin people will take a plantain, a banana. Fuck it. No. It's too healthy. Let's
Fucking
fry
put
it.
sugar on
Fry
it.
it. Put some cream on it and eat it.
Oh, hey,
How
that's
about
a
a corn?
great,
A corn.
great de-stressor.
Hey,
corn.
get some
Put
corn.
some fucking mayo and butter on
Mayonnaise,
it.
paprika.
Woo! That's the shit. I mean, you know, like
I've never had one of those.
no,
No,
you never had elote, man.
never.
Are you fucking serious?
Bro,
And
I
live
told you
here in
this story.
California? I know.
The guy's got corn in a fucking pot with a plastic trash bag. Don't fuck. It's a plastic bag. Look at that shit. And he touches that shit with he handles people's money.
Mm-hmm.
He
Fucking
he,
eyesight.
he scratches his ass. He grabs that stick and grabs your corn and then makes it for you. And you're like, perfect.
Yeah, it's perfect, man.
No,
It's the
pass.
best kind, bro. You know, like usually it's the sketchy fucking food that is the best kind of food.
Yeah,
It's-
those guys work and girls, but they fucking work hard, bro.
Oh yeah, dude. Fucking,
I seen a dude at the school one time, and he literally had like 6 different things on a small little cart. I seen him pull over in his van down the block, and he pulled his cart out, and then he walks by the school. But he fucking corn. He's doing shaved ice. He's got like
oh hell yeah.
he's got those little potato chip fucking wheel wagon looking with tapatio. Dude, I was like, damn, this guy hustling.
Hell yeah. You know they
They get a bad rep.
Why do you think?
I think because they don't have a license, and you know it's I don't know. I think that's probably why businesses get mad, because business gets taxed as shit, and these guys are out there just.
But I don't know, man. It's like it should be like a free for all. Like for me, in my opinion, since I grew up in a third world country too, you know, like street vendors are very common. They come out at night, and you know, you go out and go get something to eat. You know, especially when I was a kid, I like to go out and get something to eat. And you know, like they're just trying to make ends meet. You know,
Yeah, but I think if you
money and all that
don't
stuff.
regulate it, it's tough though. Not that you need extreme regulation, but then you get like let's say you found a spot to sell your product and it does good, and someone else sees you, then it'd be like, fuck it, I'm gonna get there. He gets there at 4, I'm gonna get there at 3. Take his spot.
Oh yeah,
Then what do you do?
that's true.
Right.
That's true.
And then you start. That's when you start having problems. Or a lot of those workers don't have papers. Now they're getting taxed by other people. Right. Which
Yeah.
which is not cool either.
Yeah, it's illegal.
I
and
do
stuff
feel
like that.
it's important for them to have prices of what they charge, because I think sometimes they just change the price depending on who you are.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Right? Don't you
And-
feel like that? Like sometimes I'll go to the taco truck and I'll be like, you know, burrito and 3 tacos or whatever, and the guy's like, $7, you know, and then I'll go order the same shit 2 weeks later, like $13. I'm like, what the?
Your accents changed, bro.
I know. I gotta stop paying in pesos.
Hey, dude, fucking food, man, making me hungry now. But
Yeah.
it's a good de-stressor.
What is food?
Food, yeah. Sometimes food.
Well, you
is-
know why, right?
why?
Because every time you eat food, like you cue your dopamine hits.
Yeah, that's
It's
true.
weird though, but you get a dopamine hit not because of the food, but because you're anticipating the food.
Yeah, that's true. Majority of the time, everything that you do, everything in your life is like when you get the dopamine hit is the anticipation
Yeah.
of you doing whatever you want.
Yeah, that's
you
why
know?
people talk about adrenaline dumps and shit like that. But
Yeah.
you're getting that dopamine hit, and food does that. I mean, food is well crafted, right? So they got salt, sweet, savory, like all these flavors that just make you want to just keep eating more and more and more. That's what I mean.
Do you get out of control when you eat?
I don't know what does that mean?
Like for example, if you really like the food and you're already stuffed, but you still shove your face. Have you-
There comes a point where you just can't shove it. You got no space, dude.
go to a buffet and you're like, freaking.
Well, your
Just,
stomach's a muscle. You know that, right?
yeah,
So like,
get abs, bro.
well,
Got
no,
one ab.
the more you eat, it'll just keep expanding. That's why those people get that surgery, and then they still fucking gain weight because the muscle just expands past that band.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that stomach does yoga.
Yeah, too much stress.
It's stretching out, bro.
But that some people eat for stress, right?
Yeah,
Food is comforting for them. You know
and I think that comes from trauma too.
what's that?
Stress eating.
You think so?
I think so. Yeah.
I think it can. I just think the way food is made nowadays, it's very, it triggers parts of your brain that just don't know when to stop.
Yeah.
Like if you eat unseasoned food, it's easy to stop. Have you ever tried that?
Yeah, like it tastes like fucking.
Like have you ever? Do you eat
cardboard.
chicken? Do you eat chicken?
Yeah.
Okay, so next time, like eat a chicken. Like how do you make your chicken?
I fucking like grill it.
You fuck it, and then grill it,
I grill it.
bro. Some saipan shit, bro. Come on, dog.
PG-13, bro. Shit.
Okay, so you grill it,
Yeah.
season it or no?
I use seasoning. Yeah.
Okay, so try it next time. Like if you're gonna make a chicken breast, like cut it in half and season one and don't season the other one. Like and then go to eat it, and you'll see it's weird because there's none of that salt or the sweetness or anything of this. Typically, the spices are to denature the proteins, but if there's none of that involved, you won't eat a lot.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you can limit the amount of food that you intake, especially when the food is dry, tastes like cardboard,
Yeah.
and it's just like. I mean, that's like every, like in the military, they make it like that, where it's healthy for you, but it tastes like shit.
Which part? Don't tell me MRE is healthy for
No,
you.
not the MREs, because in the ships, everything is like either frozen or canned.
Oh, it is everything. Yeah,
everything.
Those guys work hard, man. Those cooks in the
Yeah,
the
that's why
boats?
they're my best friends.
yeah.
And not only that, we have a mafia. I'm
Yeah.
kidding. But like just eating unseasoned food, I do get what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's like, ugh, like
But
I
I
just
think
force feed myself.
yeah. I think that's why a lot of people eat. It's a comfort food, right? You feel comfortable doing it.
Especially
Same thing,
like
like-
you get cravings.
This is one of the reasons, like I think, like habit wise, like some people come home and have a drink.
Yeah,
That's a habit, right?
yeah, it is. It is.
And then you just keep going on. I prefer to have a social drink, right? Because then you're in a social setting. But like just to come home and have a drink, I can't do it.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
kind of it's a bad habit. Not only that, it's kind of lonely, in my opinion.
Well, I mean, and you're just compounding it, right? Because you just keep you wanting to drink more and more and more.
and like as for you already know that alcohol is a barbiturate and it's a depressant.
What?
But like and
I don't get depressed though.
Of course you don't. You work out, dude. You're pretty healthy. You're a fucking strong man.
Fucking mule.
But like some people, like they take work home and they don't know how to compartmentalize. They don't know how to de-stress and get rid of the anxiety or the thing that is bothering them.
It's a weird cycle,
Yeah, it is a weird cycle.
right? Because let's say you spend 8 hours at work, okay, and then like an hour to get to work and an hour to get home. Let's just say so. That's a 10-hour day, right? And then that hour on the way to work, you're probably thinking about work.
Yeah.
And then when the hour leaving, you're probably thinking like, "Fuck work."
Yeah, fuck work, and then you just live for the weekend.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me just go to work this week.
Do you think that helps?
At a certain point, but at the same time, you would start getting more anxious because Monday is coming.
Yeah, right. On Sundays, that's all you think.
Sundays, you're like, fuck, man, tomorrow's work, and then it just gets into your head, and you start overthinking. Like, fuck, I'm gonna have to deal with this. I'm gonna have to deal with that. It's sometimes like a psychological thing. You always do it to yourself.
Yeah, I think it depends on your job. Because I think, let's say, if you're a business owner, entrepreneur, it's probably more stressful than people think.
Yeah, it is.
Right.
Yeah, especially because your life is on the line.
Well, that's 24/7 your job, right?
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
I think some corporate jobs and probably law enforcement's like that too. I mean, a lot of jobs where people's life depend, like if you're a nurse or a PA.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I think there's several ways to deal with stress. I personally like working out, but
what else do you do besides working out to let go of stress? Like just
read. Well, actually, so I like to meditate, but I like to do diaphragmatic breathing.
Oh, okay.
You ever do that?
Yeah, I've done it like the 6 in, hold, and then 6 out. Yeah,
we used to do that back in the day when we wrestled, just to like right before.
You said 10, right? 10
I do
seconds?
10s.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
I'll be like,
really?
Yeah, because the max I could do is 6. 6
I don't know. I
seconds.
think you're limiting yourself.
I think so. Yeah, I think
Right now,
I should,
right now you're not limitless. Right now you're limited.
I'm limited, unlimited.
Yeah, but I don't know. I think stress. I think everyone deals with stress different too. You know.
Yeah, I mean, whatever tailors to.
But some people don't like working out though. So what do you do?
Hobbies.
Yeah, like walk,
Like hobbies or spend time with family.
Netflix.
Netflix is good, but I mean, being a couch potato is not really a good thing.
I think that just helps some people. Like some people work hard though, man. Some people work 10, 12, 15-hour days.
Oh yeah, I do understand that. If you're working in an environment where like it's physical activity all the time, then
like an ICU person, like a nurse or a doctor.
Oh yeah, you're fucking walking around all day.
Dude.
You're standing, no sitting. Like damn, dude.
That's why I feel bad sometimes for law enforcement too, because like they're not going anywhere to rescue a cat from a tree.
No.
Everywhere they're going, they're like the third person that nobody wants.
Exactly.
Right.
Like it's always a hostile part.
Yeah, 100%.
Like 90% of the job is always hostile.
Yeah.
Something fucking hit the fan, and you're like, fuck. I
That's
have
what they
to
call you. Yeah,
diffuse it.
yeah. But there's got to be, I don't know. Some people read, some people write. I think like de-stressing yourself just depends on your mood and your individuality, like who you are as a person.
I think, in my opinion, it's like finding your own hobby to use as an outlet besides working out. I mean, working out is really good for you, no matter what. But
that's good stress. Stress.
Yeah, it's stress.
Yeah.
It's controlled stress.
Well,
I
don't know if it's controlled because sometimes you're just fucking working out. You don't know what's gonna happen. But I know what you mean, right? Yeah, but I think that's a good stress. Like your body needs that stress to grow and adapt.
Yeah. Have you seen that video that I sent you? The fucking dude ego lifting and he's like passing out and shit.
No, when'd you send that to me?
I sent it to you on IG. That shit's funny.
Oh,
dude.
it is? Okay.
Yeah, he's like fucking passing out all the time. But like you have to be in between. You can't go overboard because you're just gonna fucking stress yourself more. So you have to control it. You have to be in between where like, okay, I'm stressed. Let me put an outlet, and then afterwards, rest. Learn how to rest too. Because you can't go overboard and you're like freaking broken.
How about meditating? You ever try meditating?
Yeah, I have meditated.
Yeah, does it help?
I get outside my body, bro.
Shut up,
bro.
It
starts getting metaphysical, and I start seeing the
with
world.
Your crystals.
I start seeing the world as a whole, and I'm like,
with
oh,
your
shit.
power, with your powers.
Yeah,
your power and brewing
fucking
inside.
Collected consciousness. I'm just a one part of, the whole system.
Sometimes I start meditating, and then I'm like falling asleep. Oh shit, bro! I gotta get back to work.
No, I start thinking when I meditate, and I try to. Like,
what do you think about?
Like just the overall grand purpose of us human beings being on this earth,
That's pretty deep.
Yeah, it's like so what's crazy is when I do meditation is that I see the world as a one system. The same thing as for human beings. Like you don't know in each individual cells of your body.
I do.
So you have a name for them too?
Yeah.
Damn, he's named Bob.
How many cells in the human body do you think?
Trillions, billion. Oh, I don't know, bro. I mean, just the brain itself. It's like there's like fucking trillions. Man.
30 trillion.
30 trillion?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there's 30 trillion living cells in your body.
Some of them die pretty fast, though.
Yeah.
Like
but that's
your
their purpose.
cells, yeah.
That's their purpose. They regenerate and they die. So like.
Cancer cells don't have that coded in them. That's why they keep growing.
Oh yeah, the DNA is all fucked up.
Yeah, so that's why they keep growing, which is crazy because everyone has some form of cancer, but some cancer just does not die off. Like some people may have it, don't even know it because the cell cycle may be low. You know,
Yeah, just like their code is fucked up.
type of cells in the body. How many? Okay, how many do you think there is?
There's skin cell, brain cells. I have
Okay, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Skin cells.
The different organs, heart, muscle cells.
Okay,
whatever.
that's pretty good.
Okay.
Okay, here we'll go. Stem cells.
Oh, stem cells. Okay.
Okay, bone cells,
Oh.
blood cells, muscle cells, fat cells, skin cells, nerve cells, endothelial cells, sex cells,
Sex cells. Wow.
pancreatic cells, and cancer cells.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, kind of crazy.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, anyways, going back to how I think about the whole thing, is that when I meditate, when I think about it like that as a whole system, I kind of like, okay, my purpose, just like each individual cells, it has a purpose, right? So when I think about it that way, I just let go of whatever stress I have, whatever things I'm worried about, and whatever overthinking that I'm doing. Because if I just keep moving, if I just exercise or do the hobbies that I want or be in this podcast, I'm fulfilling my purpose.
You think
at
so?
this moment. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Just like I think I heard this from many successful people is that, the reason why they're successful is because they keep moving.
I never said that, bro.
The reason why they keep winning is because they don't stay stagnant. Like, for example, if there's a stagnant cell.
But do you think that's? I think that's part of that stuff's a numbers game.
Yeah, it's a numbers game. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Like if you do, if you could try 10 things, and
yeah,
wow,
boy,
damn, bro, broadcasting live from the shelter. Woo! Yeah, I think if you do 10 things, one of them's bound to take off. Right.
Yeah, of
And
course.
so then you're left with like, oh, okay, you're successful, but then see all the other 9 things you did that weren't successful that really drained you.
But like when you look at your point now, you're pretty successful, right? So when you look
That's
at
all relative, though.
Yeah.
I think success is relative, right?
yeah, it's mostly based upon your perspective.
Yeah,
you
on
know?
what success is, right?
Yeah.
You know that meme where one of the Diaz brothers are like, what's successful? Big car mansion?
No.
He's like, well, what the fuck is this, a money show?
Yeah, exactly.
But it's kind of true, right? Because I think everyone's version of success is different. I think like social media leads us to believe like it's the Lambo, the big house, or showing racks of money. You know what I mean? But I don't know if that's really successful.
I don't think so. For me,
What about for you? What's like, if you had to define success, what would it be?
health is wealth, bro.
Health is wealth, but like in general, besides the health, wealth, and like the common ones, like what in your life, what do you feel like if you look where you're at now and where you were, let's say when you were in the Philippines, and you're like you wanted to get out, then you wanted to be successful. What was success for you back then?
Actually, when I was a kid, I never really looked at it at any perspective of being successful, of having like a house. The only thing that I have is like what goes on in my mind is that I just want to live life, to its point where like I'm living at it to its fullest.
Yeah.
And the house, the car, everything, like I'm not going to say I don't care for it because I do have them. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, I think what makes a person successful is that they're living right now and they're surrounded by the people that they care about.
Yeah.
I think that's success for me.
Yeah.
And not only that, you're healthy. That's successful for me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I was young, I used to we couldn't afford food and shit, so we used to buy like knockoff cereal, right? And
The Dollar Tree.
It was no Dollar Tree back
What
then.
was it?
Pick and Save was around. Pick and Save is that Big Lots now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
But we didn't go there for shopping. We would just be at the store. Like back in the day, it was like Lucky or Safeway or whatever. But I remember we used to go and I used to want like Fruity Pebbles, but we couldn't afford it. So we used to buy like the Lucky Pebbles. Lucky Pebbles. and I remember as a kid like, fuck, one day I'm gonna work so hard that I'm gonna like just go to the store and buy whatever fucking cereal I want.
So that was the fuel for you. That was the inspiration and fuel.
Yeah, I think you need like an end goal.
Yeah.
I think the same is it's the same I feel for stress, right? Like if you understand like the end goal, then you can mitigate how the stress affects you. Like when you take a job, you know some of that job's gonna be stressful. You just you have to know that. You can't walk into a job and be like, oh, it's fucking easy.
Yeah.
Because then it's not a stressful job, right?
Yeah,
Then
it's
you have other stresses. But I think if you understand like kind of what you say, like the whole world is like one dot or one planet, like you got to understand that your success is not just the stress. It's like whatever you're doing at that job and it comes with stress, you got to be like, okay, it's part of the job.
Yeah. Yeah. Just knowing that,
I said that whole fucking shit I said right now didn't make any sense to me in my head.
No, it makes sense to me.
Oh.
I saw that your perspective, it makes sense for me that, like, don't worry about what's going on in your life in the past, because that's the past. But when you actually just think about the point of view right now, here and now, and work on it, just like you said before, where, understand where that problem is coming from.
Yeah.
So you dig deep into the roots and know where it's coming from.
So the Goog's got a couple tips.
What did it say?
Healthy ways to cope with stress.
Is it 10? 10 things?
Shit. It's always 10, huh?
Yeah. It's a golden number.
1
and a 0.
That's fucking wrong. Okay, let's see. Call the stress hotline. That's what it fucking says. The CDC don't fuck around, bro. Call the stress hotline. Get out of here. Okay. Take breaks from watching, reading, or listening to news stories.
Yes.
Including those on social media. I think that's super important. We don't talk about that enough, right?
Yeah. Overconsumption of stuff that is negative.
Well, the thing is, with the way algorithms work, right? Like, if you look at one fucked up video, they're going to be like, hey, this guy likes fucked up videos. And then you start seeing them. Like, it's weird.
I think it was in Black Mirror where it depends on how long you look at the... no, actually, it's in Social Dilemma.
Yeah.
It depends on how long you look at a post. If you're there a couple of seconds, the next post will be similar.
Yeah, it's crazy, though.
Come up. It's like...
But I know I've been looking at like memes of those dogs running, and the dogs running, they're like,
yeah, and it just keeps coming out now.
Keeps coming. Yeah, now I get a bunch of freaking memes of dogs running, which is cool.
Yeah,
but it's weird.
Funny. Yeah.
It's weird. Yeah, so it's a good idea. Take a break from that shit.
It's the same thing as consuming food. Like if you consume bad food, like bad fuel, like fast food all the time, your mindset's gonna be bad.
It's so weird, man.
Yeah,
food's one of those weird things to me because. It's almost, they make it almost too expensive to eat healthy.
Why is that? It's weird because,
why is that? Because people fucking won't eat healthy. They don't want you healthy.
What's crazy is that in Philippines, it's the opposite.
Well, everywhere else, dude, the European Union, when it comes to food, fucking strict. Oh. Like, I'll give you an example. So, there's tons of lobby money and politics involved in the food in the U.S. here. But let's say, like, natural flavor, let's say natural flavors, great example. Like here, you'll go buy something and it'll be like cherry made with natural flavors. If you bought something that was cherry, what would the natural flavor be?
Cherry.
A cherry, motherfucker.
It's a cherry.
But it's not. Like if you look at the ingredient statement, it says natural flavor.
Sugar. But
on that natural flavor, it can have a process of over 150 chemicals to make that natural flavor.
Fuck.
Right?
Yeah.
In the EU, you cannot put that. You have to put how you derive that natural flavor. So what companies, as opposed to putting like the list of 150 chemicals on there, they'll find a natural source. They do that with colors too. Like here, we'll use FD&C or like FD&C 40 red. Right over there, they'll use like beet extract to get the same red color. Yeah, but it's weird.
Yeah, like I mean,
but it's hard to eat healthy. You can go to Jack in the Box right now, get like 3 tacos, a soda, fries, $3. Salads, $4.50.
Like, that's true. That's true. Yeah, I mean, or you could, if you have the time or the space, you can create your own food.
Yeah, meal prep. Meal prep.
Yeah, you create your own food.
Oh, like a garden?
Like a garden. Yeah. If you want salad, plant something, and I think it's much more fulfilling, in my opinion.
Yeah, it's a lot of work, though.
It's a lot of work. Yeah.
I think it it makes you appreciate all those people working hard, like picking fruit, produce, fuck.
Cause
Those people work hard, bro.
yeah, cause like it's so crazy that here in America, for me, like I'm just so fucking blown that they don't even teach you how to grow a plant.
You can always say that. You really enjoyed that class, right?
I do.
Yeah.
It mimics the concept of reap and reward.
So they don't have in the city you live in, they don't have like those community gardens.
No.
You sure? I think you should
know.
look into it, man. I think
Probably
that'd be a good life goal for you. Yeah, you get more people involved.
Yeah, I mean, like I did look into that, but it's. I mean,
Everyone's
I'm
like,
limiting
"Oh,
myself too. You know,
They're like, I grow plants, bro, just not those kind.
I grow the good kinds.
I have a whole garden in my garage,
Yeah.
bro.
A lot of buds.
Hydroponics.
Hydroponic.
Okay, number 2.
All right, number 2.
It says, take care of yourself.
That's so fucking broad, bro. Like how do you like? Well, there's many things, many ways to take care of yourself.
Well, one's working out.
Yeah.
All the things we talk about: eating better, drinking more water. Like, I think it's good. I think a good way to cope with stress, just reading on these top 2, just right now, is like taking a list of the things you do every day, and then going through your list and be like, all right, this is fucking probably not the best for me. This is not good. This is good. This is not good. Right?
Yeah,
Like taking a self inventory.
that's true. Like create an SOP if you ever. I like that word, fucking SOP.
I know, dude. It's like I've heard it 16
standard
times from
operating
you.
procedure. Yeah, fucking military side.
Some people are like, SOP. What's a
SOP.
SOP?
What the hell is a SOP? Standard operating procedures. So
Yeah.
if something happens, you know, you have this go back to like, you know, get rid of that problem or control it.
Yeah.
You know, learn how to control it. And, you know, for us, it's exercise. You know, for me, it's
Exercise.
jujitsu.
Yeah.
I like jujitsu.
Yeah, I just like working out just
Yeah.
for like, hour or 3 hours.
Yeah, because jujitsu is like it's stressful because someone's trying to fucking murder you.
Yes.
But at the same time, you're trying to solve a problem while you're in that bad position. So it kind of trains the mind to, oh, okay, I'm in a shitty position. Let me get the fuck out of here. And it's so weird that, you know, for jiu-jitsu, it coincides with life too. And that's how you should deal with it. When pressure arises, you have to learn how to get the fuck out of it.
Yeah, I think that's a great thing about jiu-jitsu. It puts you in a stressful situation, and you either have to relax or you're fucking done.
Yeah, it's crazy because I could see that when I was in the military, one of my buddies, he was a wrestler, a high school wrestler. And when stress comes up, like when an incident happens, like something that is super stressful, that life and death can happen, he was super calm. I was like, how the fuck are you so calm right now? And he's like, why would I be stressed? That's just going to add up to the problem. If I start like acting up right now, it's just going to add up to the problem. And so I thought about it. I'm like, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You know, like he was so detached from the problem that he was looking at it in a different perspective, where you're like looking at it at a bigger picture, you know.
Yeah.
And he problem solved from there.
You know, it's funny you say that because I think like a lot of, like, let's say firefighters probably do that. And then when we think they're being late, right? You see like 10 firefighters, you see the house on fire, you see them outside waiting.
Yeah.
And we're like, what the fuck, dude? Go in there and put the fire out. But they're probably like sitting there like, all right, let's assess what's going on so we can attack it the right way.
Yeah.
And
Because
I think maybe we got to do that with life, right? You got to assess what's stressing you out.
whoa.
It's loud, right? Assess what's stressing you out and then figure out a way that it's not going to stress you out.
Yeah, or hurt yourself.
Yeah.
Because when you just, God dang, they're looking for
That's
us,
the same
bro.
one from yesterday.
Damn,
Did
they're
you
looking.
hear? Did you hear yesterday at the academy?
Oh yeah,
Yeah, and the
It was
windows were
pretty
shaking,
loud,
dude.
dude.
I thought it
Yeah.
was gonna land on us.
What is it? Is that like a?
It's a Black
flyby?
Hawk, bro.
No, that's not an SH-60. But yeah, like you know, when you look at it at a further perspective, you tend to like detach yourself, and you're not gonna be a part of the problem, so you solve the problem.
Yeah, just I think different way of looking at it. Okay, number 3,
Number 3,
take care of your body.
duh.
Okay, number 4. Okay, these are from the CDC, bro, so don't take them too serious. Okay?
You're gonna get canceled, bro.
Yeah.
Don't do it.
Number 4, make time to unwind. Okay, dude, these are like, give me some real shit though.
Like, how do you unwind?
Yeah, do you know what I mean?
You
How do I
know?
take care of myself?
Like, what?
How do I take care of my body?
Like for me, it's like you said, reading. Reading
Yeah.
helps you. I listen to audiobooks, learn from other people.
Dude, you're getting ahead of me, bro.
Yeah,
That's on
okay.
here too. It says number 5, talk with others.
Uh-huh.
Or talk to others. Number
Talk to
6,
people you trust.
connect with others.
Uh-huh.
Connecting with your community or faith-based organizations.
Not
okay.
necessarily.
Well, I think like they have that's that whole tribe mentality, right? Where,
Yeah.
like if you find people you get along with, cool. I
Yeah.
think I'm not religious, but I think church does that for a lot of people. So
Yeah, yeah. As long as it helps them, and then it helps them deal with life in a civilized manner per
yeah.
se.
It's like that meme. It's like instead of posting Bible quotes, why don't you try to be a good fucking person? Right?
True, true.
That's what I'm saying.
Very true. Because like they post like,
Dude, they're the fuck. Okay,
I mean,
let's not get into it.
Let's not go there. But majority of people tend to say something and then they do the other.
Bro,
Like,
number 8, avoid drugs and alcohol.
oh shit, fuck. This is water, bro.
Tastes like it. I don't know. Good enough. Let me see what else I can find on here.
Okay. So for me, like what I got is like what I did in my research on based upon stress is that when stress arises, we tend to overthink, and then we give ourselves scenarios, and then when we overthink, we stress ourselves more because everything that we think about, the thoughts that we tell ourselves or how we talk to ourselves, it either it stresses us or it de-stresses us.
So how do you know if you're stressed though? What are like some of the signs that you
When you start talking negative to yourself,
yeah.
when you say, "Oh, you're not good enough. Oh, you're this, you're that. You're a piece of shit." Once you start talking like that, you stress yourself more and you go on a downward spiral.
Yeah.
But when you learn how to actually say, "That's not true. I'm actually trying my best right now." And yeah, maybe my best is not good enough, but I'll try even harder. Right?
Yeah. I'm looking at these symptoms if you're experiencing
Loss of hair.
effects of too much stress. Prolonged periods of poor sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Check. Regular severe headaches. Unexplained weight loss or gain. Feeling of isolation, withdrawal, worthlessness. Constant anger, irritability. Loss of interest in activities. Constantly worrying or obsessive thinking. Excessive alcohol or drug use. And inability to concentrate.
But what's crazy is that our society has this bad rap on stress. Some stress is necessary.
Yeah, I think everyone deals with stress. I think our society just overdoes it a lot. But I do think some people don't want to get help.
Yeah.
And like help doesn't have to be a doctor. Help can be like
A friend.
yeah, a friend or talking to someone. Like they say connect with people or just finding someone that can help you.
Yeah.
But
Or doing something.
But you can also find the wrong person to help you too,
Yeah.
right? Like, oh yeah, let's go have a drink.
A fucking enabler. Yeah.
Yeah, people are like, let's go have a drink, man. Fucking cool. And now you're fucking an alcoholic.
Wow. You're on the side of the street, fucking butt naked and shit.
That's excessive.
That's going overboard.
You went from being stressed out as a librarian to being naked on the street.
But like when you learn how, I think what it is like management of your emotions, because when life happens for you, it filters through the emotions that you have.
Okay, when life happens for you,
Life doesn't happen to you; it happens for you.
why do you say that?
Because life is always an opportunity of either becoming better or becoming worse.
So you're saying it doesn't happen to you
No, yeah,
or for you?
it happens for you. Everything that is either bad or good, you deserve it, and it depends on how
I don't know.
I don't know.
I disagree a little.
Well-
I think you can put yourself in better situations or you can put yourself in fucked up situations.
Yeah, you can, but ultimately it boils down to it was your choice.
Sometimes.
Yeah,
Do you know why I say that?
yeah.
Why?
Why?
Well,
No,
if you grow up in the fucking projects, that wasn't my choice to grow up there. I just happened to be born there. It wasn't my choice. I'm a fucking kid.
Yeah,
And I think you get a lot of people that go through that. So now they're in a socio-economic depressed area and they're fucked.
Yeah. But you learned, and I give you a lot of, and I actually admire you for it, that you got out of it.
I do, but I'm telling you, like, you have a lot of habits that fucking die. You watch people, the way people move, you watch the way people talk, you're always looking over your shoulder, you're always on alert.
Yeah. I mean,
that's fucking stressful.
Yeah, it is stressful when you overthink that way. Like, everybody always is gunning for you.
Well, it's not even that. You don't know people's intentions.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And so, like, you're always on alert. This is why I think fucking PTSD is so prevalent in people that come from war, because in a fucking war environment, you're fucked. You're thinking you're gonna die every fucking day. And if you're taking enemy fire, sniper fire, like, dude, all that shit, you hear a bullet fucking fly by you one time, you'll never forget the sound. It's like the weirdest sound.
Yeah. It's
like a cartoon.
Yeah.
You're like, shit.
No, when you hear it crack, that's different.
Oh, dude.
It's totally different.
Oh, I hear that. I've heard this thing go by and hit the fucking wall behind me. Literally.
Shit.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
But, so I think, like, a lot of that stuff's just stressful, but
but majority of it, if you're still alive like right now and you're listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, did it die?
What?
Oh, son of a bitch. Are you serious?
That's all right. It's all right, bro. Just, it happens.
Fuck.
Our camera died.
What a dick.
And then Jeff just evacuated. He just left his seat, left his post.
Oh, damn. Yeah. It just died, dude. Come on, bro.
Bro, this guy just left his post.
But,
now he's back.
I do get what you're saying, though, is that, like, when you live inside your head, majority of it, so let me go back to what I was saying. If you're living right now and listening to this podcast or watching this podcast, you're pretty much well off, because the worst thing that ever happened to you was the worst thing that ever happened to you. And majority of it is inside your head. And the thoughts that you have is basically, it comes into fruition when you keep thinking about it.
Yeah, I think, but the problem is, like, the way you think is so powerful.
It is.
Everything.
It is.
Like, whether it be positive or negative, it's like, it's got a big impact on you.
When you're looking for that red car in the street, you'll find it.
Yeah, that's what they say, right?
Yeah.
It's weird.
So, like, if you constantly look for something negative, or someone is trying to get you, or someone is trying to hurt you, you'll find that. So, if you think that way, then it's gonna come.
Yeah.
So I don't know. It's a law of attraction, I guess.
I think, it's so weird because
what's that?
Motorcycle. Hornet. Murder hornet.
Yeah.
It's so weird because I think everyone deals with stress differently. I'd love to see love to hear the perspective of someone who maybe is not like us, who doesn't train or anything, because like someone who has a lifestyle that's different than ours, I wonder how they deal with stress,
or how they grew up, like, probably in a good environment. How do they deal with stress?
Yeah, because they still have stress.
Yeah,
it's
they
just
do.
different.
Yeah.
It'd be interesting to see,
like, a loving environment person, a person who came from a loving parents and, overall loving environment, how they deal with stress.
Yeah. Or shit, even a kid, like, hey, like, let's say you're having a big test coming up. That's stressful.
Yeah, it is stressful. So but it's a good stress to have, because it pushes you forward.
It can, but it can break some kids.
Yeah, it can. Yeah, it depends. It also tests the threshold too.
Yeah, but I think, like, the best, like, at least for me, like, one of the best ways to deal with stress is through preparation.
Yes,
right.
I 100% agree.
So, like, it could be, let's say you have a test, fucking study.
Yeah.
Right, and then you just got to make sure that when you show up to a test, you'll be like, all right, man, I've studied as much as I can. Fuck, it is what it is.
Yeah, one thing that I write here is, like, know your triggers.
Yeah, that's important too.
So if you know your trigger, you know what to do.
My triggers work. Whoa, just kidding. Trigger.
Yeah. So, like, if you know the things that you that would make you mad or make you emotional, you would know how to deal with it. So you create an SOP again.
Even these SOPs.
or
SOPs
a plan.
are so long, man. They're like,
Yeah, but
yeah, but I think you do need to have a plan, or at least know what your limit is, right? And be like, okay, I'm getting pretty close to my limit. I need to take a break, right? And it's okay to walk away from stuff.
yeah,
You know, I think that's important.
that's true. I think also what stresses us out based upon, especially we use social media a lot, is just jealousy.
Oh, yeah, I can see that.
You
Yeah.
know, but there's two types of jealousy. There is the positive and the negative.
What are they? Tell me.
The positive part is like, okay, I'm jealous that this person has this mansion or this Lambo or this Tesla, whatever.
Tesla diesel?
Yeah, Tesla diesel.
With the crack window?
But that the positive jealousy is you would ask the person who has that and ask them for tips. Like, hey, how'd you become successful? And they can answer yes or no, or you can contact someone who knows.
Yeah.
And the negative one is that you wallow up and you say, oh, he's fucking lucky, or they're fucking lucky that they got this, they hit the lottery, that's fucking bullshit, blah blah. And then you're like, oh, I could never be like that, that's fucking bullshit. And you try your best and you accumulate bad habits.
Yeah. Like, I feel like competition is good, whether it be you against yourself or against somebody else, but I think too much emphasis on trying to be like mad or trying to be like somebody else. Like, some people may be successful. I'm always curious on how many people are successful just because they came from a good environment.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, my whole family owns businesses. This, what do we do, right?
Yeah.
It's almost like what you say. Now you've got this pool of people who've got this wealth of knowledge that just feeds you.
So you know how like we support people, right? How come it's so fucking hard to support our own selves?
I don't think it is. I think the problem is society makes you. What do they call you when you do things for yourself? They call you fucking selfish.
Selfish, yeah.
Which is stupid. I always tell people, like, hey, if you have to be the most important person, fuck this, like, make everyone else important shit. Like, you have to be the most important person, because if you're not fully optimal, then you're not good for shit.
Yeah, you're not gonna be performing.
You're not gonna perform
at your best level.
You're gonna get sick. Like tons of stuff. So I think you have to take care of yourself first, right?
Yeah.
Like, the word selfish, like being selfish, is thrown out a lot, but I don't necessarily feel that that's true, right?
Yeah.
Like, it happens a lot in relationships. Let's say you want to go work out. You're like, man, I work out every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday, man. So I'm sorry I can't do anything on those days. And people are like, oh, man, you never do anything with us.
Yeah. I mean, I think it's a form of self-love too, where you actually create boundaries so that you can take care of yourself first, so that other people can enjoy you.
Or you have a plan, right? Like, almost like a plan. Here's my plan. These are my days. This is what I do.
Yeah, you work around my plan, or we can meet in the middle.
Yeah, and I think some plans you don't even have to work around. You just make it happen.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. What's the next one?
Shit. What were we on?
Well, I wrote down some stuff.
All these ones I see on here are just fucking like generic. Like, I'm gonna read you really quick. 10 ways to cope with chronic stress on this Sutter Health website.
Do it.
Rebalance work and home. Number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, build regular exercise.
Okay.
Eat well and limit alcohol and stimulants.
Okay.
Connect with supportive people. Carve out hobby time. Practice meditation, stress reduction, or yoga. Sleep enough. Bond with your pet. Take a vacation. And the last one, see a counselor, coach, or therapist.
True, but
bond with your pet.
it's like,
That's fucking more stressful. I gotta go pick up dog shit.
but you know what's so crazy, dude? You can learn a lot from your pet because they are not stressed. They don't care of validation.
Dude, you took that little puppy from his mom and dad.
And that's okay.
No, it's not.
But it's not okay to take them from their owners. But I'm just saying,
But they live in the moment, right?
Yeah, they do.
But they're also dependent on you, right? You feed them, clean up after them.
Of course, yeah.
So,
but like literally they don't do jack shit, but we still love them.
Well, yeah,
Except Einstein, you know, guarding the
turn
your
up
fort,
the swing set, you know,
fucking killing possums and shit.
That guy's crazy.
Yeah. But like, you know, literally they're just there and they're loved.
Yeah.
Why couldn't we be that for ourselves? Be there and just love ourselves.
I don't know. It's so weird, man.
Yeah. And I think the reason being is because it was conditioned for us, like, you know, when we were a young kid, when they tell us, oh, you can't do that, you know, they're like, the parents that we have tell us that we have a limit instead of telling us that, you know, you're unlimited. You can do whatever you want.
Hey, little Jim Quickie.
Yeah. John Quick. I'm kidding.
Is it?
No, it's Jim Quick.
I was like, oh, shit. No, but it's funny you say that because when you were saying that, I was like, yeah, it's true. Like, okay, if you take care of yourself, they call you selfish.
Mm-hmm.
If you have great confidence, they call you conceited.
Yeah.
Like everything that's positive and reinforcing about you carries a negative connotation with people.
Yeah.
Right? Like you walk in somewhere like you own the place, they're like fucking conceited or something. It's so weird.
Cocky ass motherfucker.
Yeah, cocky.
Yeah.
Oh, it fucking gets A's and everything. Teacher's pet. You know what I mean? Like,
and everybody start hating because they get jealous and they start doing that negative jealousy.
I think I told you last time, I think it's weird that we can't compliment each other.
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Like, oh, dude, that fucking suit looks good.
Like, you're fucking smart, bro.
No, but like that suit looks good. And then we're like, fuck, maybe it's too tight or something. That's where our brain goes, right? Like,
yeah. You start talking to yourself in a negative way.
Watch, we should try this next class. Next class, we should just give like random compliments to people just to see the reaction.
It's gonna get awkward in there, bro.
No, I know.
People start blushing and shit. They're like, what the fuck is wrong with these guys?
Hey, dude, that's a nice backpack, bro. And then it ends up missing. Then they're fucking your suspect number one and shit. And they're like, fuck, that failed. That didn't work. You know what I mean? But I think we should compliment each other more. Like, be more supportive.
Or like, if we do something nice, like you said, you know, when we do something nice for people, people always think that we want something from them.
A lot of fucking people do.
Yeah.
Like I had an old friend from like fucking back in the college days, and he was trying to build the website out, and I was like telling him, oh, here's what I did, and here's who I use, and here's the numbers, and he's like, oh, dude, he goes, I'll pay you for your information. And I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
He's like, what are you talking about? You know? And he's like, oh, no, yeah, man, I don't want to like take your time. I'm like, nah, dude, time's free.
I used to think that way too.
What?
Like, I always think like when someone does something nice for me or someone does me a favor, I always think about it as a form of leverage. Like, they're gonna use me in the future for something, you know? I mean, it's a bad way of thinking, but at the same time, it was based upon the conditioning that happened to me when I was a kid.
Yeah, but unfortunately, there's a lot of people that are like that still.
Yeah,
and you'll run into them, But I always feel like whoever you are now as a person, that's who you are. Like if you're always bending over backwards for people, you're not gonna change. I hate to tell you that.
Yeah.
You're always gonna be that same person. You're just gonna have to like look for the signs, or pick the people you want to help with, knowing that some of them are gonna burn you.
Yeah,
you know
the person before you even lend a hand, because that if you lend a hand, that person might bite. Yeah,
it just depends. I don't know. I try to just, like I said, I take people at face value and I try to help people.
Yeah, me too. I always do that. I don't take anything personally. I try my best to just say like, hey, if this person wants to help me, fucking that's what they want to do. The thing is that people always think that, okay, when this person is giving you something and this person is doing something good for you, they expect something back. But actually, the reason why they're doing that is because they're either the kindness of their heart, majority of the time, is because they have good intentions and they want you to succeed. And not only that, when they help you, it makes them feel better too.
Yeah. Or maybe maybe our thinking's wrong. Maybe we just should be like, fuck, everybody loves to get helped.
Yeah. For me now, whatever happens to me, I always say I deserve it. I just take it as is. Just mastering the art of is.
I don't do that shit.
You ever heard of that?
I don't deserve that shit.
Well, the things that are out of your control, like you don't deserve it, but it depends on how you react to it.
Yeah, I don't really like the stress over shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And some people don't like that reaction because I'm just like, all right, it is what it is.
How do you talk to yourself when you're stressed?
I honestly, so like, I'll give you an example, like work. And it took me a long time to like do this to myself, but like, I'm like, fuck it, work's going to be there tomorrow. Like, so I have a cutoff time.
Yeah.
Before I'd work late, work on stuff on the side here and there. I have a fun cutoff time.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm like, it's going to be there tomorrow.
You compartmentalize and then
Yeah. It's like, I'm devoting X amount of hours per day to do something I like. Right. And so after that, that's cool. It'll be there tomorrow. I'll just start my brain back up tomorrow. No sense in worrying about it. Okay. Now, I'm not to say that there's sometimes sitting there at late at night and be like, oh fuck, I forgot to do this for work. But I'll just go in my little notebook and write a little note for my next day. You know, that's how and then it's off my brain till tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
So, like, I think that's important. Like writing, having a journal, doing all that stuff, and just taking notes. That way, it doesn't linger in your brain as a thought. Like,
what about like
because you can easily say like, oh man, what was it that I had to do tomorrow? And then you don't know. Now you're stressing because you don't know, right?
You're trying to dig into your fucking memory bank.
Yeah, and then
like,
you start going, like, yeah. So I think what helped me out with that aspect was just writing stuff down.
Oh, okay. So
And
you
then-
create an SOP
Yeah.
to not stress yourself out.
Well, you know, the funny thing is we carry around like a typewriter in our pocket.
Yeah,
With
we
this
do.
phone, you can write any kind of note. I type
Can
tons
set
of
up
notes.
reminders and all that shit.
Yeah, you can just talk to it.
Yeah.
Hey, remind me tomorrow to do this. Yeah, you know?
Yeah.
So I think technology is great. There's lots of things on there that'll help you with stress, whether it be writing notes on there, apps for meditating, reading. They have tons of great apps. Just some of them are so expensive. Like I wish I could try them, but I'm like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Like they have ones that play sounds when you go to sleep.
Play whale sounds.
Yeah, well, sound.
Like,
You know?
yeah, I understand, and I do 100% agree with you, and I actually know what you're talking about. That you try to create a plan.
Plan's important.
Plan is always important,
Yes.
especially when a problem arises in your life. You know what to do.
Yeah.
And you can always go back like, hey, this plan worked.
Do you ever have like a stressful situation that requires something immediate?
Yeah.
Like what? Like without getting too personal, but like what would like give me the scenario roughly?
Well, at work, my current job, especially like if it deals with a person being released from jail,
Yeah.
there's a time.
But is that
frame.
stressful? Like how about not work related? How about like personal?
Oh, personal?
Yeah, like is there something? Because I look at it like this, like I know one time, like when I was trying to cut my eye, like I had this big gash, right? And so everyone was like, "Oh fuck, this shit's bleeding." Blah, blah. I'm like, "All right, like let's relax a little, you know." And so I look at it, it was pretty bad. So I was like, "All right, let me fucking get my adrenaline 1000 out, put it on there to clot the blood." And then I was just like, all right, I'm going to have to just drive myself to the hospital and wait. But I go in there, you go in the ER, and there's people fucking stressing the fuck out, dude. Like, dude, look at your eye. Okay, like what shit, not shit you can do about it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. For me, it was the time I shot my hand with a fucking arrow. Fuck. And I ripped it out.
Fucking
because
Braveheart over here.
I thought it was a dream. It felt like a dream because I was so in shock.
Fucking
so
mushrooms.
like I was like fucking just holding it and
Were you by yourself?
no. Well, my godson was with me, but he wasn't like near me, so I told him to stay back. And
Why? Because you don't want him to see it?
Yeah.
You didn't take any pictures of it in your hand?
No, I ripped it out right then and there.
But what? That's
I know it was an idiot move.
That's
I
wrong,
get it
bro.
a lot, bro. Fucking from the firefighters, from the EMT to the fucking cops, they were freaking.
You should be like, dude, I grew up watching Rambo.
So like
Remember Rambo? He was sticking freaking sticks out, and he was like taking his big ass knife out and sew himself up.
oh fuck.
Love
But
that movie.
I luckily my girl's sister was there. She's an LVN, and she like grabbed a rag and just fucking wrapped it.
What
and
is her sexual preference have anything to do?
No, I'm LVN.
Oh.
Like, as in, like, she works at a
thought you
hospital
said she was
too,
a
bro.
lesbian.
No, LVN, bro. She works at a hospital, so she knew what to do.
Yeah.
So she like wrapped my hand and she put pressure so that I won't bleed out because I was like bleeding everywhere.
Well, blood gets everywhere. It's crazy, right?
So I was
Damn,
like, fucking,
I don't know.
oh
dude.
shit, a fucking crime scene. But right when the fucking EMTs came in, like, what the fuck happened? It's like, oh, I shot myself with a bow and arrow. It's like, how the fuck did you do that? And I started making jokes. I don't know.
You showed him on the other
I'm
hand?
fucking stupid. I'm like,
Let me show you with my other hand.
that's what happened. And they were cracking jokes, and of course, I was like, I just take it. I was the idiot who shot myself anyways.
Yeah,
so,
that's tough though, right?
I try to, especially in a stressful situation, when I get stressed, I tend to get like comedic. Laughter goes a long way, especially when you're stressed.
It's a coping mechanism, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's a somewhat like a good coping mechanism because you're not taking shit seriously. Because it's not really a life
or is it a cover?
Situation.
Because I'm sarcastic as fuck, but I think it's a cover because I think I wanted to fucking murder half the people that were talking shit when I was younger, right? So I'm like, I'm just gonna say a joke and play it off, but like, don't test me.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, there's a part of you that gets hurt, but I don't really listen to that part because ultimately I like to tell jokes, and yes, it's a coping mechanism.
Yeah.
I 100% agree with you, but at the same time, it kind of brings light to whatever is happening to you. It's not that serious.
I think that's in life in general, we need that, right? Everyone's too serious.
Too serious, man. People are like freaking canceling comedians. I'm like, dude, they're jokers.
It's a joke.
It's a fucking joke. Like, dude, they're not that serious.
Yeah,
like, if
know.
if you boil it down to the intentions of their delivery, it's meant for it to make people laugh.
Yeah, I actually watched it and I thought it was pretty good, that whole series, like the message. But yeah, people, I don't know. You can't please everybody. Is a problem.
You can't exactly.
You know what I mean?
Even the most like good people can't please everybody.
You're gonna be if we were to please everybody, we're gonna be telling like those one-liner jokes they did back
in
in
the
the 50s,
it's just
right?
fucking boring. And you're like, what the fuck? Come on, bro. But
gets no respect.
And like it's so crazy that people get so triggered by the things that other people would say.
We need like a mutual combat law. That'll get rid of shit real quick, right?
That'll get real quick,
dude. Imagine like, oh hey, I heard you're talking
medieval
smack, bro.
up in this bitch.
I'm call cops, or a cop shows up. Hey, I want a mutual combat. All right, have fun.
Let's go.
Yeah, but I do think everyone deals. I think we have stress every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
you just got to deal with it better.
Life is stressful in general. When the moment you wake up, there's things that you got to do.
But you know what I think you should do?
What?
Like laugh more and make other people laugh more.
Yeah.
Right?
Don't take yourself too seriously, man. And don't take things personally. Because
I was reading a book. It was like a dumb book that I bought. I don't want to say dumb book, but it was like a book, How to Talk to Anybody. And some of the stuff was okay, but there was one thing that I really thought was interesting. It was talking about how big players don't point out the obvious. Mm. And so the female author wrote the book, says she was at a dinner and they were at a restaurant and she was at a table with a bunch of bigwigs and they're talking. And I guess the waiter had dropped the plate or something. Oh. And she said the table next to her was like, oh, and then people started clapping, like, when someone drops the table, and she said, everyone at my table looked over and then went right back to the conversation. They didn't point out the obvious. They knew what happened. And I was like, you know what? That's so good to do, because not only does that limit what your brain's thinking about, but it limits the stress put on that waiter.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah,
and so like we tend to do that a lot, right? We point out the obvious, like, oh, you ate it,
Yeah.
And I was like, fuck, that's like a big player move. Like you just stay in your lane kind of thing.
Mm-hmm. Or you can be the person who could help too.
Yeah, I think it's weird, right? Because if you're a waiter or waitress and you drop something, like, you'll pick it up. You're picking up shit all day from people, right?
It's so weird. Like when I go to a restaurant and I eat there, I tend to like pick up the stuff after I eat. I put it all together.
Oh, I do too. Because I used to be a busser. I used to fucking have to wash the dishes.
Because I empathize. I actually feel what they feel. Like, this shit's hard, man. Especially doing with fucking food or hospitality.
Fucking people, bro.
And like these people just add on. No wonder why fucking people are assholes. because they treat other people like shit.
Because there's no mutual combat law. You'd be like the waiter's gonna be like, okay, you want to step outside,
and always think that nobody's thinking of you more than you.
Well, you should think of your. But I always, who was it? Was it Will Smith? He had like he had some video thing where he was talking about treating other people.
Yeah.
Like, hey, imagine you're that waiter. Do you want someone yelling at you?
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, no, right?
I always say yes, thank you, please.
Yeah,
you
but
know?
we often don't think of the other people we deal with because we're so consumed with ourselves, which is not a bad thing, like we talked about. But I think it's important to take other people into consideration and like your feelings and your thoughts.
Yeah.
A little
that's
bit.
true. Yeah. I 100% agree with that.
Yeah. What else you got on there? Anything else?
Well,
Before we wrap this monster up?
my mental note is to manage your stress, learn to manage your expectations.
Okay. Good.
So,
That's
what
it.
about you, bro?
I think in order for you to deal with stress, almost like what you said, you have to know what the triggers are, but you also have to maybe not get to a point where you're too stressed out and take breaks or do things throughout the day that can help limit your stress levels.
And have a plan.
Have a plan. Yeah. An SOP. Have a SOP.
SOP.
Sop it up.
Stop that shit.
All right, man. Cool. Anything else before we go?
That is it, bro.
All right. Well, stay to the end. We got some commercials out there.
Commercials out there for your ears.
Yes.
Our sponsor, our great sponsor.
Our great sponsor. Peace
All
out.
right, later.